This is the winner's qualification round. And we've got an unbelievable match for you here. The great Joshua Filler, one of the world's best players, against Championshi, also one of the world's best players. Both won multiple big titles in their careers. Joshua won the lag. Wide open table. Don't really see any issues here for Josh. And I'm delighted to say that we're joined by the voice.
Setup y'all have here. Not only outside where the guys are playing and the ladies. There's some ladies that were in the room the other night playing. But what a...
Yesterday, it's usually us that take you through the McGoldrick's matches, so absolutely delighted to have the voice of Matchroom here, as I say. You can run. We're going to see a lot of break and runs here, aren't we, Jeremy?
Yeah, the break has been really good. I mean, of course, the ref rack in here, but in the outer matches...
It was, I think both of you played all right, decent pool. It's one of those ones that's sometimes you just need the pool gods.
Arm going a little bit, but didn't hit it too well. But then Yanni kind of kept me pretty safe the first several games.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You barely had a shot.
I think the pink I cut it in, he barely left me an edge on it. And then I made a mistake right after. I think it was about 8-3 or something like that. I could have maybe got back in the match a bit.
But, of course, Jeremy, we know you're not on the tour much nowadays. You are a bit of a part-time player now, would you say?
Oh, yeah, very. In Telford.
Oh, so you're in the draw for Telford?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, me and
Absolutely
Carl boys
amazing.
both are playing, and
that's really great.
Yeah, I think it'll be better. I mean, not...
No doubt about it.
Yeah, I like the rules now. I think it would have favored me, to be honest with you. So,
a lot of predictable layouts as well, so I think there's, as you say, there's lots of opinions, but I think there's no doubt that the break box is. That's what I really liked about the match that you played on the stream table. There was although you were kept in your chair for quite a lot of it, break. There's no doubt.
Yeah, and that's that's something that's constantly being talked about, making sure you keep it as difficult as possible. But so there's always a lot of pressure, and I think, which is okay. You want pressure, but you die. We're seeing a different shot after the break, at least. Not always the one up in the corner. And
absolutely.
Which I don't know if Josh can be beaten with the one on the spot as a C one on the spot and break from anywhere.
Of course, he won the first UK Open when that was the break rules. So yeah, he was really hard to get past. We're talking about what was best, the break box or when it was the predictable racking. I don't know if you remember from the first UK Open, we're looking at Championshi in this break and run by Joshua Filler. Interesting to see how this break goes.
Yeah, the two's racked up front, so it should be. Oh, it got kissed, but.
And it looks like the two's away.
And he's lefty, so he can reset.
Everything's been wide open so far.
Yeah, and I think if you looked at it, he had a look at every ball on the table. Oh,
the cue ball.
Wow.
So this is the chance that Championshi needed. Having quite as full.
Well, and there's reason why, you could.
And this is where Championshi needs to keep control of the table. You cannot afford. That one's just slid in nicely there. Capitalise on this. But these are the type of matches that you want to watch, where it's like wrestling for control of the table. These guys can break and run, no problem at all.
Yeah, and usually after a bit of a mistake, you could say, I guess, but...
kind of the situation that the Cole brothers have, of course. They've got each other to bounce off of. Again, the first day we were calling a match with Ko Ping Han, and he's... it's very easy to... just looking at this break here, a lot more clustered than Joshua Filler's break.
I might need to go a little bit. Okay, this is going to leave a little bit awkward kick, but still okay. Maybe a little piece of the blue too. Sanjin, a very intense player.
Oh, he's flicked to two. I think he's gone for the combination there, Jeremy. He's kicked out to make the combo.
Yeah, lots of great matches. We'll keep you updated. Of course, Filler up 3-1.
Oh, he's gone for the thinnest of touches, and he's not hit it at all. Behavioural things, he would maybe show frustration a little bit more, but yeah, Riku's got that one tied down. So, with Josh Motion in Joshua Filler as he kicks out, and he's fouled.
So that's 2 fouls in a row. 3 consecutive is a loss of game by the same player. I like this. Just getting the angle, seeing what you like from here. Got one back on the board. Trails Mark Beisterbosch 7-5. Albin Ocean up 6-3 over on. He's going to fall. Is he trying to kill this off 2 rails with a lot of inside?
Needs to watch a 7. That is not ideal. Needs it to travel. Oh, he's just hit the point.
He's cut it quite a bit, but you can see what he's playing here. Yeah. That's pretty much by design. He's cutting it, I think. It's got to be somewhat slowly.
Just missed that point there. That could have been a lot worse for Copigny, I think, if I hit the other side of that middle. But he's left a shot for Josh.
But it's also how you feel, right? So that's why Filler has that effect. The lefty will be able to reach this one.
Really simple technique that Filler has. I don't know if you would agree, but he doesn't really do too much with his actual cue action itself. Just his alignment is so perfect, and he just gets through that ball.
Yeah, he hits a lot of balls and very unique in some ways, but also very traditional in others, I think. But yesterday morning or the night before, and I thought Filler was my favorite. I don't pick him a ton. A lot of times I like the underdog a little anyways. But playing the cue ball on the rail behind the 8, maybe? Yeah.
He's got plenty to hide behind there, hasn't he? That's the thing.
I think he was very concerned what the 2 was doing. He wanted to keep the 2 off of a jump shot or something like that. So
needs this to speed up, and I don't think it's going to happen. And he's left Josh a shot.
The 2 and the 3.
Oh, he's overhit this. He might come out the other side. No.
Aware of it. Just roll across it. Oh, he whiffed it.
Missed it. It had to be thin.
You know, in that Whirlpool Masters, that's who beat Copigny, and who was the defending champion at the moment at the time was Josh Filler.
Were you surprised at the winner of the Masters, or would you say that it was of the tournament? Obviously, being Scottish anyway, I'll keep an eye on Jason's progress. But yeah, Fedor, of course, is super solid. He's another guy that you think's probably going to have a good chance come tomorrow. Got Naoyuki Oi later on. Fedor Gorst on the outside tables. He's coming on very, very soon, next hour or so.
So then yourself, but with all these other great players. Okay, cue ball got a couple kisses. I think he's going to end up snookered. Yeah,
just. And because, I mean, the World 9-Ball Tour is so great, it's so much better than when Carl was playing.
Things that will make you want to play, that's for sure. That purse at Saudi Arabia this year. That's $1 million purse, $250,000 to the winner. Plus all these other tournaments, like in America, for the most part, all the smaller ranking events have gone up in money each year. So trying to compete with each other, of course, make them better for the players.
But Niels has come back quite strong, hasn't he? He's very much still in the event. In fact, he's just gone on. He's going to be playing Gareth Esprit in Losers Round 4. So good to see Niels still going.
Or so on a pocket that's playing a little friendly because so smart with the cue ball. Because what happens, and what I mean by smart with the cue ball, is you play angles to where the pocket becomes a little bigger, not necessarily hitting it softer, but you're just kind of moving the ball easier.
Oh, well.
And try and come into the face of it with like a high right English and try and bank it away and stick the ball. But I think it's got to be a soft kick. Yeah, I was thinking he may be straight in the side after this is over with. Now, that's pretty fortunate to get the bare ball safety.
Yep. Great to see, of course. The thing is, you can't rule FSR out even that far behind. That's the beauty of pro-level, elite-level pool. These guys are not bothered by being behind by a lot of racks. Oh, he's missed that. Commentator's curse there, Jeremy. He must have known that you were being complimented.
There's some that you set up natural to kind of draw. That one you had to. You definitely didn't have to draw it. Going for a thin combo here.
He's made that real nice. Would you say Jeremy Pelivanovic, is he someone who's a bit emotional?
Yeah, I mean at times. I mean he's young, but yeah, I think it's something he's always working on.
So if he loses this rack, do you think it's something that might play on his mind? You would expect him to make it, but it's missable. You can watch that match, by the way, on Scottish Q Sports live streaming channel on YouTube. This is the here in Glasgow at the moment. No problems at all. Always great to see the... Oh, I think he's hooked himself. And I fell. So you don't want to be giving up easy chances to Joshua Filler and run away. We'll keep a little eye on this FSR match, Jeremy. I think this is going to be really interesting. Do you think, I mean, what are the chances we're going to see? He's 5-1 behind now, FSR. What's the chances he's going to bring this back to 5-5?
Well, I wouldn't doubt something like 6-6, but it could be 5-5. You know, get it close quickly, and he breaks the balls as well as anyone when he gets going. That's how he won all those titles. But Josh Filler, you got to expect, is going to maybe put a rack or two together after this big mistake.
Absolutely.
You know, did real well after the breakers also. So, a dry break here?
Wow. Josh has been absolutely nailing this break up until this point.
Well, I liked what I saw from Anton Raga, even if he's not already one of those elite players. Pretty incredible stuff in a short period of time last year. Before, he was kind of going through some growing pains, you know, at times, because he's quite a bit taller than his brothers. But get a little flick there.
Kopeny, of course, he's won the World Championship, World Pool Master a couple of years ago. And then you've got Copenhagen, who's still just waiting.
Yeah, but I think he's in a little different setting. It seems like it to me anyways, as far as, you know, more. But, you know, that pressure like that is also what makes you better. So there's a lot of quality in that. Even if good after a big missed 9-ball to go up 6-0.
I don't really look like there's any issues for Sanjin to run that rack out. Same goes for Joshua Filler here.
No, I don't know. Thought he may consider drawing behind this. It does go to the lower right, but I thought he would play that a little differently. But
well, that's a confident stroke, isn't it?
Yeah, but a lot of guys wouldn't want this much distance, right? They really wouldn't, where he doesn't mind that distance at all.
Just such a confident player, Joshua Filler. Lots of good guys coming through.
Yeah, there is, and you know, you just got to remain focused on what the real focus is, and that's improving your game.
Ace.
Well, for me, it was a very much a real thing. Always try to give 3 or 4 days for Europe and more like 5 or 6 days for Asia when we went to Asia for big events. It always had an effect on me, even at a younger age. And
it took a while before he got that big win, right? And
yeah,
especially
or any
in the
wins,
matchrooms.
really. Any wins abroad. You know, it's not just the matchroom one or the world on the red 3. Sullivan Clark and Thorsten Holman at 0-0 still. Looks like about to kick off. You can see Josh Filler up 6-2.
Huge amount since, has he? But I haven't really seen Mark appearing in the business end of tournaments.
Yeah, he hasn't played in a ton of them for some reason. I mean, he's played in his fair share, but a lot. I mean, he's shown it this year, I think, already improvement. A nice shot there, holding the cue ball.
So he's developed that 4 then, so it might not have gone, but now he's looking really good then for this rack. But he definitely needs something. Race to 10, of course, at this stage, so time is running out here for Copigny. Which that match. Got some great matchups coming up a little bit later on today as well in the winners qualification round. The next match on this SVB against Kachi. That'll be a great game. And Victor Zielinski, another great matchup. Great matchups everywhere, honestly. This is fantastic. There's so many matchups that these could be finals within their own right.
You're going to see some of these guys match up again, most likely later in the tournament.
Needs it to speed up. And he's on. Well, it doesn't look too bad. It's not too bad.
No, definitely okay. Always would have loved another 4 or 5 inches off the rail.
He takes that one away, no problem at all. It's here. A lot more soft, that one, but not a soft break, but softer than he's been hitting them before, and that looks pretty good.
A little bit, maybe not. Maybe just a bunch of spin. He did a bit of both.
It's worked out all right.
3 or 4. Oh, no.
That's not ideal. And that's why he's missed the ball.
Yeah, I wonder if he draws it or tries to stay with the angle. He's going to force it, it looks like. Yeah, it's got to go.
It's not got the speed. Oh, he doesn't want to hit this 9. The good news is the cue ball is relatively safe. He stopped it dead for that reason exactly. But this looks good. It's not tight against the 8, but it's good enough. Oh, the cue ball was going close here.
He's okay.
Oh. This is a winner's qualification match that you're watching right now.
He's going to try and bank it between the 8 and 9. He's going to lose control here.
I think he's going to leave a shot here for Joshua.
Gets the most out of the cue ball. That's why he didn't have to entertain much side spin.
Heart of the pocket. Jeremy, when you were the US captain, what would you say?
Josh or Jason, I guess. Yeah. As far as a team member, trying to make the team better for sure.
I think that's
hard not to pick Josh, right?
Yeah, for sure. Wouldn't it be great just to have someone like that at your disposal? Someone that shoots as clean as Josh does. Having to arrange and motivate the guys.
Johnny would, but also that team got beat. Not that, they were big underdogs, I think, overall. And I think that was a stressful thing as well.
A race to 10 that match, of course, and it's so 8-3. Great story developing. Josh is going safe here. Not quite as tight against the 9 as he would have wanted, but against a guy like Joshua Filler, it's unusual to see this kind of tactic. And it's not worked out.
Yeah, he's going to play the 2 off the 5 to open that. And I'm giving Copigny the benefit of the doubt there because he kicks at the ball really well. All right, the 5, where's it going? It's going to be okay.
Yeah, that's almost perfect. That's the route you want to go, of course. You want to go through the winner's side, right?
Of course, yeah. You overall draw players that are of a hair less caliber. Not always, of course. It's not always going to work that way, but a long season, you got to believe it would. Be up 4-3 over Claudio Cacci. Sullivan Clark up 2-1 on Thorsten Holman. Looks like Joshua Filler with 3 balls left to go up 8-3. Ko Ping Chung, Grillo, he's up 1-0.
Of course, these guys have used up their life already. They can't afford to lose another one. Got Jason Shaw against Mario He coming up soon. That's a surprise. I think those guys were in the semi-final last year, I believe, of the Scottish Open. So unusual to see both of them playing a losers round.
And it was a really pretty drive. Very excited to make that drive. And
you're okay with driving on the other side of the road? It didn't cause any problems?
I wasn't driving.
Oh, okay,
so
that's good. That's good.
Done that once in England, and
there for all these superstars of 9-ball. Clean, another clean pot from Josh, and it's wide open.
Yeah, and this is to get on the hill. Like Graham said, have the rest of the day off and maybe get always that much needed rest.
Great time to be a fan of 9-ball. There's no doubt about it. Thanks to Matchroom, everything they've done in the world, and of course we've got the big one next week, the UK Open, which is going to have Jeremy Jones playing in it. Another comeback match for him. Tuning in. A lot of people shouting in the comments, "Go JJ, let's go JJ."
Yeah, my wife, thank you for all that. She told me that there were a lot of people pulling for me. So
absolutely, yes. As soon the viewership went up as soon as they seen your name appear as Josh runs that rack out. So there's going to be a lot of people watching the UK Open just to see how you get on as well. I think what some of the guys were saying, that John Mora was playing quite well on the snooker table last night, comfortably knocking in 50-60 breaks. As here's a great break off from, oh, look at this is going to be perfect. Yeah, absolutely perfect.
This is probably going to send another co-brother to the one-loss side.
My goodness.
Yeah, they'd be in trouble, I'll tell you that. I could get these most of the time anyways. He's just going to roll forward a little bit to open up the pink for the upper left. Major.
It's one of the reasons why Josh is so dominant in the elite no play. But look at the amount of opportunities he opens up for himself with this break. I mean, look how confidently he struck that. He didn't have to hit it like that, but that's just how confident and comfortable Josh is at the table.
Oh, you remember the one he overdrew, one of the rare mistakes in this match. So he decided, all right, I'm going to go ahead and draw it plenty. Little light here. Can always stun so very well. Abuses the pocket a little on the left side. Oh, he hit it in the center. So
that's a confident stroke. And it's perfect. Wow, what a player this guy is. Joshua Filler. One of the greatest of all time. There's no doubt about it. Congratulations, Joshua Filler. So he is through to the last 16 tomorrow, and he has a nice Saturday night off in Scotland.